Yeah, man. It's September the 5th, 2022. You know, I'm going to talk about gang stalking for a minute and mind control. So, it's really been this whole thing over the years where I've talked about intelligence, um, the way your mind works, and how they love the way your mind works because they're connected to you and they're receiving you. They receive what you're thinking about. So, like, for example, I'm gonna get into a whole bunch of stuff, but for example, just like a little while ago, I was thinking about, I don't. It doesn't even matter what I was thinking about. It's like a whole scenario in my mind, like thinking things through, imaginations, kind of like manifesting or whatever you want to call it. But it wasn't like I was trying to do that. It was just like I was imagining a situation how I would like it to be or whatever. And so the main guy that's on my channel, he comments and something like, if that happens and blah 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 blah, and they really do receive the entirety of your imagination and your thought process. And it's not just like, oh, what I just thought, but it's like the whole thing, like your concepts and your perceptions, your visualizations, the imaginations, and the way you conceive things, and the way you foresee things, and if you play a situation out in your mind, and they really get all of that, and they love it. Okay, they love being on mind control with you. And like when you've got gang stalkers that won't go away, and it's really one of those situations where, like my situation, they won't go away. They love the way that my mind works, and obviously, obviously, it's something that I have that they don't have. They don't have that. They don't have that perspective or that visualization and that whole thing where you can just imagine things and see things in your mind, things that haven't happened or have, not just like memories or, yeah, but being able to visualize things and like play out a scenario. And in my mind, I do that. I do that all the time. It's like, I might think of how I want a situation to go, and it's very visual. For me, the way that my mind works, I can see that. Um, Man, they get to attacking me physically, saturating into my flesh and my bones with broadcasts when they don't like what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna continue to talk. Yeah, that's what I do, right? That's what I've been doing for a long, long time on YouTube. I've been talking about the way that this really works, the way that this really, and they hate it because a person can't sit here and make this stuff up. You can't sit here and make up the scenarios that happen. Like I don't know. I don't know. I was watching Bill Burr, and he was going on, and then I'm gonna contradict myself. So he was going on, and he's like, somebody was like, you can't make this stuff up, and he was like, you seen Star Wars? And right, okay, maybe you can, but I don't think I'm that brilliant, but um, a lot of times, I've come on YouTube and how I've talked about how they love the way that your mind works and how they're not as intelligent as you, and they just love the thought process. And that's true. I'm not lying about that. That is true. Okay, but something that I've never talked about, and something that is also very true and very important and very powerful, is your emotions. Because thoughts and emotions are different things. And emotions can fuel thoughts, and thoughts can fuel emotions. But emotions are a feeling. It's not like a physical feeling like, oh, I that hurts. You know, you pinch me and that hurts. Or, you know, something feels good or bad. An emotion is something else. That's something else. And it's a very powerful thing. And it could be very spiritual, and it could completely override thoughts altogether. And it all goes in together. But if you have very powerful emotions, then that makes you very powerful of a person. And that's something that they love. They love it. And they fear it. They fear you if you're very powerful in those ways. They fear someone that has very powerful emotions, because a very powerful emotion can have an extreme effect over the mind. And so when you're talking about mind control, mental thought processes and mind control, emotions, they can make you a very powerful person. And gang stalkers, they have access to neural monitoring and you don't. And so you're targeted. And so you're a slave in that sense. You're a slave because they have control over your neurological broadcast frequency. And it's like anybody who's addicted to something, who loves something, something that gives them power, and they want to keep control over that. And your mind can be that, especially if you have very powerful emotions. And that's also something that they can be very addicted to and thrive on. They thrive on your powerful emotions. Channel your energy, channel your emotions into something that can put you in a position to defeat them. That's all I gotta say.